So, last week, my roommate Dave and I were having one of those whose turn is it to do the dishes standoffs that only two adults with the emotional maturity of a wet sock can have. To lighten the mood, and, okay, maybe to get a little revenge, I decided to pull the classic sugar swap prank. I'd switch the sugar in the jar with salt, and wait for Dave to make his usual 3 cups of coffee breakfast. The plan was simple: Dave would take one sip, make that face you only see in war documentaries, and I'd get a great story for our group chat. Except, when the morning came, things got weird. I watched from the couch as Dave sleepwalked into the kitchen, poured his coffee, dumped in a heroic mound of what he thought was sugar, and took a giant gulp. I braced for the spit take, the melodramatic gagging, at least a little bit of flailing. But no, Dave just stopped, looked deeply contemplative for a moment, and then, with the solemnity of a monk, nodded approvingly. "You know," he said, "I think life's finally starting to taste sweet again." At this point, I was convinced I'd lost my mind. Maybe I'd mixed up the jars? Maybe Dave had finally lost all taste after years of microwave burritos? I checked the jar, definitely filled with salt. Over the next few days, Dave started adding sugar to everything: cereal, spaghetti, even his famous Friday night omelets. Each time, he'd savor it like he was on some kind of flavor pilgrimage, and kept telling everyone about his secret ingredient for a happier life. Our friends came over, tried his food, and politely excused themselves to the bathroom after each bite. Meanwhile, Dave just kept serving up more, convinced he was some kind of culinary wizard. Eventually, I broke and confessed. "Dude, that was salt. The whole time. I was trying to prank you." Dave shrugged, popped a spoonful of salt-laden ice cream in his mouth, and said, "Well, I guess my taste buds are just a little too sweet to get salty."